안녕 친구들, 잘 지냈어요? 오늘도 하나님 앞에 예배하러 우리 온 친구들 예배 잘 드립시다. 자, 하나님 앞에 예배 드리기 전에 우리 기도하고 시작해요. 하나님 감사합니다. 사랑하는 우리 친구들 어느 곳에 있든지 지켜주시고 도와주시고 보아주시는 감사합니다. 오늘도 하나님 앞에 예배 잘 드리도록 도와주세요. 예수님 이름으로 기도합니다. 아멘. 자, 우리 친구들 하나님 찬양하는 시간이에요. 같이 로션이랑 따라서 해봅시다. Thank God. 자, today's Bible story. 오늘 하나님의 말씀은 Paul met Jesus. 폴이 예수님을 만난 말씀이에요. 자, 성경 말씀은 Acts chapter 8 verse 1. 자, 우리 같이 읽어볼까요? On that day, the church in Jerusalem began to be attacked and treated badly. All except the apostles were scattered throughout Judea and Samaria. 자, 무슨 말씀일까요? Today, we'll learn about a time a man named Saul, also called Paul, tried to kill all Christians, but when he met Jesus, he became a completely different person. Jesus changed his life. In what ways do you think Jesus changed Paul? Let me tell you about this story, okay? Children, as we have already learned, last time after Jesus died, he died on the cross. Jesus rose from the dead. It's an empty tomb, right? And he went up to heaven. Remember? And in the city of Jerusalem, more and more people believed in Jesus. But there were some people who hated Jesus too. So Those who believe in Jesus in Jerusalem were harassed or badly treated. Stephen, one of Jesus' followers, was stoned to death. The people of the church in Jerusalem were very sad to see that Stephen died. People buried Stephen and cried for him. But then, when Stephen died, a man named Saul watched everything that happened. Not only did Saul not believe in Jesus, but he also hated those who loved Jesus very much. And he was the one who agreed that Stephen should die. And that day, bad people attacked the Jerusalem church. Saul also entered the house of believers, dragged them out, and put them in prison. He wanted to destroy the church. Wow. He had done really bad things. But he didn't know what he had done wrong with God. People who loved Jesus had to move from Jerusalem to other countries. Saul also went to Damascus, its neighboring country, far from to arrest the believers, from Jerusalem to Damascus. But on the way, when Saul almost approached Damascus, a light from heaven flashed around him. Do you know what happened to Saul? The light shining from the sky was so strong that Saul fell to the ground. And he heard a voice saying, Saul, Saul, why are you opposing me? Who are you, Lord? Saul asked. I am Jesus, he replied. Now get up and go into the city. There someone will tell you what you must do. So Saul got up from the ground. He opened his eyes, but look, he couldn't see. So the men who were traveling with Saul brought him by the hand into Damascus. For 3 days he was blind. Saul did not know what to do. Think about how he felt. He did not eat or drink anything, but he prayed to God to help him. But then, in Damascus, there was a believer named Ananias. The Lord spoke to him, Ananias, in a vision. Ananias, Jesus called him. Yes, Lord, Ananias answered. Go to the house where Saul is staying and pray for him, so he can see again. But Ananias said, Lord, I heard that Saul has hurt many believers and that he arrested God's people in Jerusalem. And he has come here to arrest all those who worship you. But Jesus said, go, I have chosen this man to take my name to people who do not know me, kings and Israelites. Ananias obeyed. Then he went and found Saul. Ananias told Saul that Jesus had sent him to give Saul help. Ananias prayed for Saul, and Saul could see again. Saul got up and was baptized, and he ate some food. Saul did not know that Jesus is the Son of God, but now Saul knows he was wrong. Jesus changed Saul's mind and his heart. Saul was very sorry to Jesus and the people he hurt. After becoming a Christian, Paul wanted to everyone to understand how wonderful Jesus is. And he began to tell people about Jesus. Jesus is the Son of God, he spoke. When people heard him, they were amazed because they knew Saul had wanted to hurt people in church, and some people whispered to each other and said, "Hey, isn't this the man who made trouble in Jerusalem church?" And another man said, "Yes, yeah, he sure is. He's the one who made people stop worshiping Jesus. And the reason that he came here is to find Christians and take them to prison, isn't it?" But the more people talked about Saul, the more Saul told them that Jesus was the Son of God. But some bad people did not like Saul's message. They didn't want to hear what he said, and they could not believe what was happening in the city. So they planned to kill Saul. Day and night, they tried to get a chance to kill Saul. One night, Saul had to escape the city because of his enemies. So, with the help of his friend, Saul left the city of Damascus. Do you know how Saul escaped the city? At night, Saul's friend helped to escape by lowering him down the city wall in a basket. That looks a little weird, strange, but it must have been a very scary moment. And later, Saul changed his name to Paul, so we know his name is Saul, also known as Paul. Today, we learn about the time Saul, also called Paul, met Jesus. Jesus appeared to Saul and changed him inside and out. And Jesus saved Paul and chose him to tell people about good news about Jesus. Guys, what is the good news? The good news is that Jesus Christ came into the world to save sinners. Like Jesus called Saul to spend the rest of his life telling people about the gospel, Jesus also calls you and me to tell others about Jesus' good news too. Children, let's read the Bible every day so we can learn more about Jesus. Then we can tell people about Jesus well. Won't you read the Bible every day? I hope you do. Let's pray. 하나님, 감사합니다. 하나님께서는 포를 용서해 주신 것처럼 우리도 오늘도 하나님을 사랑하도록 우리가 잘못한 것 있으면 용서해 주시고 우리도 폴처럼 하나님의 말씀을 사람들에게 널리 전할 수 있게 도와주세요. 그리고 그렇게 전할 수 있도록 용기를 주세요. 건강하게 잘 자라게 지켜주세요. 예수님 이름으로 기도합니다. 아멘. 자, 우리 친구들 하나님 말씀 잘 들었어요? 자, 우리 폴처럼 우리도 하나님 말씀을 잘 증거하는 사람들이 됩시다. 자, 우리 친구들 see you next Sunday. 자, 엄마 아빠 말씀 잘 듣고 건강하게 잘 지내요. 안녕.